Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl P, and today I was gonna do a part two to like industry friends and shit, but like I realized the rest of the people that I did make friends with like were actually good friends, so I just want to talk about the bad stories. I don't have any more. But I wanted to talk about today camming and maintaining sorry maintaining a good attitude when you're doing a cam shift and it's slow, like surviving a slow cam shift, because that is not talked about. And I know I'm not the only cam girl that you'll be sitting on there for a couple hours until you're not making any tips that day, and it's so frustrating, and you feel lonely because no one's talking to you. Then you start feeling sad because no one's tipping you, and you're just like, oh, this is a cam day from hell. So I wanted to get on there and just kind of share some tips since I have been doing it 3.5 years. Like what I do to like keep a good attitude towards Cam when it's not going the way that or even just the way that I planned it. Maybe I am getting tips. Maybe I did get a couple privates, but it's just not going the way that I wanted it to go. I'm not getting as much tips by a certain time frame, like, which it can happen to the best of us. So, okay, I'm on Cam. I kind of have like this little pattern that I do when I am on Cam. So I get on and I feel like my first few minutes is greeting everyone, welcoming them into the room. Not that people don't come in and out throughout the whole time, but just get on there with a warm greeting. And hey guys, welcome to my show. It's your girl Paislee. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to have so much fun today. I hope I get to do lots of squirting. I hope I get to do this, blah blah blah. Like, get on there, talking, pumping up. Of course, I'm always on there in something cute and sexy, some like sexy lingerie. And usually I'll have like my coffee or Red Bull then. So, if we're starting our morning together, hey guys, are y'all are y'all a hot tea or coffee kind of dude? Or, just kind of get people like engaging in my show. So then after that kind of settles in, I feel like I want to keep the people in my room, especially if they haven't tipped yet, and just make it seem fun. So I get up and I typically do a little dancing, which I do charge for twerking and stripteases and everything. So I don't go like full on because of course I want them to tip me the tokens. But get up, have some fun, groove around your room, just really seem like you're enjoying the fuck out of yourself. And that it's so much fun. If they're not in your room right now, they are missing out. So that's how I want the guys to feel, because the guys will click out, go look at somebody else. But I want them to be like, damn, am I missing something on Paislee's show? Like, I need to stay on Paislee's channel. So I typically do that. Now, when I do that, I notice like the guys will start tipping. And once the tips start coming in, say they're going to tip me like 5 tokens at a time. Then I'd be like, oh my gosh, I know you want to see more. Like, I know you do. Like, let's get something off my tip menu and let's have some fun. And typically, they'll get something. Or, after I've danced and they say they haven't, I'll sit back down and then I'll start greeting everyone as they're coming in my room, like calling them out by name. And it might sound like it's obnoxious, but it's really not, because if you're giving them a nice warm welcome when they're entering their room, they're more likely to stay because they feel like you're being a little more personable with them. And then I'll just like, oh, hey, how you doing today? And so when they ask me how I'm doing, I always say something fun and exciting that keeps them interested and wanting to listen to what I have to say. So that's like my little technique for keeping it, like keeping the room interesting. And then after I notice if I've been talking for like 5 minutes I'm like, oh my gosh, I know y'all are tired of hearing me talk. Let's have some real fun. And then, try to get tips in that way. Try to see who wants a private show. Shouting out my socials. Hey guys, you're missing out if you're not following me on Snapchat. Oh my gosh, go right over. My Snapchat is fans of Paislee. Ooh, don't forget to go on my Twitter too. It's Team Hazebud. Like saying stuff like that throughout your show. Um, And then typically by then somebody will take you private, somebody will tip for something. And then once you get out of the private show, just kind of start the process all over. Okay, there are certain days where I do games, so I recommend finding cam games that you like to play. Of course, a lot of the sites have their own little bots in there that you can use their games, but you can also be creative and think outside of the box. Like, I've had a couple friends that they have the spinning wheel that they put prizes on the wheel, they spin it, you get the prizes. So that's always fun. I don't personally have one, but I do know two girls that do, and I just know it makes it super fun. You can also be like, okay, guys, only my high tippers today, or you can set a price to be like a fan favorite, or like a favorite fan. And so you can make cute little heart-shaped construction paper, like they like you to be crafty. Or you can get something already printed out, or just paper, and put their names on the wall. So that the other guys get jealous and they see those guys' name on the wall. They're like, how can I get my name on the wall? And then you're like, well, it's because these guys tipped me 1,000 tokens at one time. So they get their name on the wall. And then, intrigue them in like that. I've also played Mad Libs game. So I'll literally come up with a story and I'll tell them if they need to put an adjective or verb or whatever. And I'll let them fill in the blank. And then I'll charge like really cheap for that one. So that might be like 10 tokens a word. 10, 20 tokens a word. And then at the end, then I'll read them a story and what everybody's picked, the words they picked, and it just be something so fun and like creative and stuff. Um, but there's balloon games. Like I've literally blown up balloons and and they like watching you do this process. So you can do this at the beginning of one of your shows. You're just sitting there blowing up balloons and putting little paper prizes, and then when they pop the balloon, you can read the prize off the paper and be like, oh, you won. So depending on what you do for your prizes is how much you're gonna determine how much you need to charge. Typically, I'll do like a day pass on my OnlyFans. Okay, I can say on my YouTube. I'll do like a day pass on my OnlyFans, a strip tease, oil tits and ass, a fan sign. I mean, jumping jacks, whatever you offer, like put that in there. They pop the balloon, they get the prize that's inside. But yeah, there's several other games, and you can also be creative and come up with your own. I've seen girls painting on cam, painting their body, painting on a canvas, just painting. I've seen people having like movie nights on cam. Of course, you don't want to start off doing something like that because it's going to seem a little boring. But if you worked up a good solid fan base and say y'all are all into like Disney movies, like maybe y'all watch or Marvel movies, and maybe y'all watch these movies together on cam, and maybe she's naked, and you just gotta be creative and make your cam show seem interesting. One thing that I don't recommend doing is just getting on cam and just sitting there naked thinking guys are just gonna come and tip you. You'll get a few that will, but most guys are gonna come see you naked, bust their nut, and leave. So I feel like as a cam persona, you really want them to fall in love with you. What's going to keep them, if you're on Cam Soda or Chatterbait or MyFreeCams or wherever you are, what is going to make the guy want to stay in your room? Would you want to stay in your room if you're just sitting there? No, you don't want to watch somebody do that shit. Like, that looks boring as fuck. So I feel like it's just things like that you got to think about that a lot of people don't think about. Oh, forgive my thirsty now. But yeah. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I'm actually about to hop back on cam right now. Gotta go get them coins. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Um, Actually, I am just trying to get the most that I can right now because I'm going to Chicago Exotica and I just want to have some extra spending money while I'm out there. I want to be able to really go out there and enjoy the good time. Rec is legal, so y'all know I'm gonna be at some dispensaries. And yeah. So that's really all I had to say. Make sure if y'all want to support me, send me a nice little tribute through ManyVids. Send me go join my paid OnlyFans. Be like, oh, I'm here from your YouTube channel. I'm here just to support. Like, fuck with me, y'all. Like, fuck with me. Toodaloo.